Have you ever looked at your dog in the middle of the night and felt like they were drifting through a world you simply can't see? You watch their paws twitching, you hear those muffled, tiny barks, and you see their eyes flickering behind closed lids. But have you ever stopped to wonder what is actually playing on the screen of their mind? Most of us smile and think it's just a simple dream about a squirrel, but the reality is much more profound. Behind those whimpers lies a mystery that science is only just beginning to unlock. And by the time we reach the end of this story, you'll realize that in the secret cinema of your dog's soul, you aren't just a spectator, you are the lead character. Every night, your dog embarks on a journey that mirrors our own in ways that are almost unsettling. It usually begins about 20 minutes after they've finally settled into their favorite spot on the rug or at the foot of your bed. At first, their sleep is heavy and quiet. Their breathing is deep, rhythmic, and slow. This is the quiet phase, where the body heals and the muscles relax. But then, something shifts. The breathing becomes shallow and irregular. Their eyes begin to dart back and forth under their eyelids. This is the gateway to REM sleep rapid eye movement. In humans, this is where we experience our most vivid cinematic dreams. For your dog, this is the moment the internal cinema turns on. But unlike us, dogs don't have a paralysis switch that works perfectly. This is why we see the puppy paddle, those rhythmic running motions of the paws. They aren't just twitching, their brain is sending signals to their legs to run through fields that exist only in their memory. They are reliving the joy of movement, the wind in their ears, and the solid ground beneath their feet, all while staying perfectly still beside you. For a long time, the world of science dismissed animal dreams as mere instinct, just random flashes of light and noise. But a groundbreaking study at MIT changed everything. Researchers found that when animals sleep, their brains replay complex sequences of their day with startling accuracy. Imagine your dog's afternoon. The excitement of the leash clicking, the specific scent of the oak tree in the park, the exact trajectory of a tennis ball flying through the air. During the day, their brain is a sponge, soaking up thousands of tiny details. But at night, the editor takes over. In their dreams, they are reliving these moments in high definition. They aren't just seeing a ball, they are re-experiencing the texture of the felt, the taste of the rubber, and the adrenaline of the chase. Their dreams are a dedicated rewrite of their reality, a way for their mind to file away the lessons of the day so they can be a better, smarter dog tomorrow. It's a beautiful, invisible process of learning and living their best moments all over again. But there is something even more fascinating about a dog's dream that we as humans can barely imagine. Our dreams are primarily visual. We dream in pictures. But dogs live in a world of smell-o-vision. Their sense of smell is tens of thousands of times more sensitive than ours, and their dreams reflect that. When your dog's nose twitches in their sleep, they aren't just seeing a dream, they are smelling it. In their subconscious, they are tracking the invisible scent trail of a neighbor's dog from 3 blocks away. They are smelling the rain before it falls in their dream world. They are reliving the scent of your coffee in the morning or the lingering aroma of your perfume on a discarded sweater. To a dog, a dream is a rich, atmospheric perfume. It's a multidimensional experience where every whimper is a reaction to a phantom scent. They are navigating a world made of aromas, drifting through memories of every person and every animal they've ever encountered. Here is the thought that truly touches the heart of every dog owner. If dogs dream about their daily lives, and you are the center of their daily life, then you are the protagonist of their dreams. A dog's world is not built out of objects or places, it is built out of social connections and love. Research suggests that your dog likely dreams of your voice, your specific touch, and the way you look at them when they've been a good boy or good girl. When you see their tail give that soft, rhythmic thump against the floor while they sleep, they aren't dreaming of a bone. They are likely dreaming of the moment you walked through the door after a long day at work. They are dreaming of the safety of your presence and the warmth of your hand on their head. You are their North Star, their constant, and their hero. Even in the deepest, darkest parts of their subconscious, they are searching for you, following your scent and reliving the moments that make them feel whole. But as beautiful as this secret world is, it isn't always filled with golden fields and happy reunions. Just as we have the editor that files away the good memories, there is also the shadow that processes our fears. You've heard it before, that shift from a happy tail thump to a low, mournful whimper. The breathing hitches, the paws move faster, but with a sense of urgency rather than joy. This is where the mystery takes a darker turn. What happens when the hero of their story, you, is missing in their dream? What happens when the brain tries to process the things they don't understand, like a loud thunderstorm or a moment of loneliness? But as the night deepens, the dreamscape can change. Those fields of gold can fade into the shadows of the past, and that rhythmic tail thump can turn into a sharp, panicked breath. This is where the mystery of the dog's mind takes a darker, more visceral turn. To truly understand our dogs, we have to be willing to follow them into these shadows to discover what they are really fighting in the dark and why your first instinct to save them might actually be the one thing you should never do. A nightmare for a dog is a fundamentally different experience than it is for us. As humans, our bad dreams are often abstract. We dream about being late for a meeting, falling into a void, or facing a social failure. But a dog's mind doesn't do abstract. Their nightmares are deeply rooted in their primal survival instincts. When you hear that high-pitched, muffled bark while they sleep, they aren't dreaming of a concept of fear. They are reliving a specific physical memory. It could be the terrifying crack of a lightning bolt from a storm last summer. It could be the scent of a predator they encountered once on a walk. Or, most heart-wrenchingly, it could be the feeling of being lost and separated from their pack. For a dog, the ultimate nightmare is the absence of you. They are experiencing the fear of a world where they are alone, navigating the darkness without their North Star. Their whimpering isn't just a noise, it's a subconscious call to see if you are still there. This is especially true for dogs who have lived a life before they found you. If your dog was a rescue or spent time as a stray, their nightmares often carry the heavy weight of emotional scars. The brain uses sleep as a cleaning mechanism, a way to process and file away the stresses of life so they don't overwhelm the animal's waking world. For a dog with a traumatic history, their subconscious is doing the heavy lifting every single night. They might be reliving the cold nights on the street, the hunger, or the fear of a world that wasn't kind to them. When they whimper in your living room, they are literally fighting the ghosts of their history. They are working through their old pain while you sleep beside them, blissfully unaware of the war going on behind their eyelids. This is why a dog who seems perfectly happy and bouncy during the day might become vocal and restless at night. Their mind is finally brave enough to face the monsters they've suppressed while they were awake. There is a strange, beautiful, and sometimes heavy truth about the bond between us. Dogs are the world's most talented emotional biosensors. They don't just watch us, they absorb us. If you've been having a tense week or if there is unsaid conflict in your home, your dog picks up on those invisible spikes in the atmosphere. During the day, they might try to soothe you by staying close or resting their head on your lap, but at night, all that absorbed tension needs somewhere to go. Science shows that dogs living in high-stress environments experience more frequent and more intense negative dreams. They aren't just dreaming about their own fears, they are dreaming about your fears. They are processing your anxiety because they love you so much that they've made your emotions their own. In their dreams, they are trying to fix the world for you, trying to find the source of your sadness so they can chase it away. They are the silent witnesses to our internal lives, even in the middle of the night. This brings us to the most important part of our conversation, and the point most owners misunderstand. When we see our best friend crying or shaking in their sleep, our heart breaks for them. Our first instinct is to reach out, shake them gently, and wake them up to tell them that they are safe. It feels like an act of pure mercy. But in reality, this is the one thing you should never do. There is a biological reason for this known as the startle reflex. When a dog is in the middle of a vivid nightmare, Their brain has temporarily disconnected their body from their conscious mind to keep them safe. If you wake them suddenly while they are reliving a fight or a moment of terror, they may not realize they are in your bedroom. For a split second, they are still back in the nightmare, and their instinct is to defend themselves from the monster they were just fighting. This is how many accidental bites happen, not out of aggression, but out of pure, subconscious confusion. Beyond the physical danger, waking them up interrupts that emotional cleaning process. You are stopping their brain from finishing the hard work it needs to do to heal from the day's stress. So if you can't wake them up, how do you help a friend who is lost in the dark? You don't need to shake them to rescue them. You just need to be a grounding presence. Instead of touching them, speak to them in a very low, rhythmic, and soothing voice. Say their name softly. Use the same bridge words you use when you are petting them or giving them a treat. Your voice is the most powerful anchor they have in this world. Even in a deep sleep, a dog's brain is still monitoring for familiar sounds. When they hear your calm, steady voice, it filters into the nightmare like a ray of light cutting through a dark forest. It tells their subconscious that the leader is here, that the den is secure, and that the shadows aren't real. You will often notice that after hearing your voice, their breathing will level out, and their whimpering will turn into a soft, relieved sigh. You have successfully guided them back to the shore without ever putting yourself or their healing process at risk. Every night, your dog goes on a journey. They run through golden fields, they relive the scent of the morning rain, and sometimes they fight invisible monsters that we can barely imagine. They do all of this while staying perfectly loyal at your side. That heavy sigh they let out when they finally wake up and see your face, that's the sound of a dog who has returned from the dark and realized that their hero is still there. So, next time you hear those tiny, muffled barks in the middle of the night, don't just ignore them, and don't try to pull them out of it by force. Take a deep breath, say their name softly, and remember, you aren't just their owner. You are the light that guides them back home, even in their deepest, darkest dreams. Because to them, the best part of every dream, no matter how scary, is the moment they wake up and find you.